Hello guys, and welcome once again to this channel. If you have been here and if you haven't, it is so very sweet of you to pass by. I hope that you hit that subscribe button, and if you are subscribed or if you're subscribing now, then make sure you turn on the notifications so that you never miss a video. So we are back to decluttering today, as you can see, and it's going to be all about all of these brushes because I have way too many, and I know that there's so many that I don't even use, so I thought I needed to declutter, and then maybe what I declutter can go to somebody else that will use them way more than me, or there's some that I know that I just have to throw out because they serve no purpose and they suck. Today's video is going to be eye brushes, which I have here, and then there's like a few on this side, and then the next video is going to be face brushes, which I don't know if I have more face brushes or it's just the fact that these are smaller, you know what I mean? And yeah, anyway, let's just get into this. So as you can see, I have a ton of these silver brushes. These are from BH Cosmetics. I want to grab like all of them together. So, okay, here's the thing about this brush set. I bought this a long time ago, around the time when I didn't have this many brushes, especially eye brushes. And I bought it because it has so many. But the thing with BH Cosmetics is, and I've said this before, their products are hit and miss. You can find some like really amazing products. Like their concealer is like literally one of my favorite concealers ever. It's so good. And there are some brushes that I really like from them, but when it comes to their brush sets, you'll probably get like 5 brushes in a set that you really like and use, and then the rest just kind of go to the back of your collection. What I'm trying to say is that I don't really use these. Now there are some that are super helpful and useful, like these like detailer brushes that I love when creating like more artistic makeup looks. But I think that at this point I have enough that I think I can get away with getting rid of all of these and just finding others on this side of the collection, if you know what I mean. So I think I'm getting rid of this entire set. Now there are some other brushes in here that are like super cheap, like these from e.l.f. So I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if I've said it before, but a few years ago, I want to say like 5 years ago at this point, we had a fire and I lost everything. I lost all of my, like I literally lost everything. We're not gonna get into that. But literally all I owned after that was the clothes that I was wearing. So I lost absolutely everything. And then obviously makeup is like a big part of my life. So I kind of had to buy like a whole collection pretty fast. So I got a lot of like cheap things, including like these from e.l.f. and these from Sonia Kashuk. Like they were like super cheap. And I remember I love this side of this brush is really good. And I don't know why I kept this one. It must have been because of this, because I don't really like this Sonia Kashuk ones. And I know that Sonia Kashuk has some really good brushes, but this is not one of them. So even though I love this one a long time ago, I just have a lot that look like this and that are bigger also. I just don't reach for this anymore. So I'm getting rid of these. This one, again, I just don't use it that often. So I'm getting rid of this too. All of these like Urban Decay brushes that come with the palettes, they're just not that great, so I'm getting rid of these too. I'm not throwing them out because they're not like the worst brushes ever. I'm giving this away. So this one as well, this one here from the Naked Smoky. I don't know if I want to get rid of this one actually, but I should. So yeah, I'll just give it away. Let's see, this one is also from a palette. I think that might be it. Nope, there's one more over here. All of these from Urban Decay I'm just giving away. This is going to the garbage for sure, but like these are not that bad, so I'm giving them away. Actually, most of the brushes I'm decluttering I'll be giving away, because if there's a brush that I like absolutely hate because it's awful in quality, I tend to just throw it out like right away. This like MUA thing came with a palette, and I think I got rid of that palette, so this is just going to the garbage. It's just like, you know, this angled brush from e.l.f. is pretty good actually, but I think I have another one now that I really like for lining my eyes, which is this one from Aesthetica. And I'm keeping this one, giving this one away. Then we have these other black brushes. These are from Jessup. So again, right after that fire, I was just kind of like wanting some cheap brushes for, I was wanting like big quantities of brushes for a cheap price. So I bought this like Jessup set from eBay, and they're also not as good, but they're not that bad to be like a Chinese brand. But again, I just don't use them, so I'll be getting rid of the entire set. Then I have here these like interesting brushes. These are, what is this? I think this came with a brow pomade, I think. I don't know where this came from, but this is going to the garbage. It has no purpose. This one from BH Cosmetics is pretty good. I was actually really into this brush for a while, but then it got replaced by one from Morphe. When I see it, I'll point it out to you guys. But anyway, this is a really good brush, but I am giving it away. But it's so good. Like I said, from BH Cosmetics, I think when you buy the single brushes, they tend to be better than like buying a whole set, even if it's a little bit more money, but the quality is just better. Then I have this one here from NARS. This came in the NARS Dual Intensity Shadow Palette. I don't really use this, but it is a good brush. It's just kind of small, so I'll be giving it away. Then I have here this brush from, where is this even from? I have no idea, but I know that I was kind of obsessed with this brush for a while because the blending side is really good. This brush is also really good to pack shadow on the lid. It is from Wet n Wild. I think, if I'm not wrong, that it came in a palette somewhere at some time. It's not bad, so I'll be giving it away. Now these two are super interesting. This is from Royal in Langnico. I really like other brushes, but the shape of this brush is so confusing to me. It was part of a set, but I've just never used this and I don't know what to use it for. But their brand is so good that I feel like there must be a reason why they made this brush. So I think I have to look into it. I have to research it and see what people use it for. If you know, please let me know in the comments down below. And then this other brush here is from, I don't even know what brand this is, Tease. This came, I think, either in an Ipsy bag or BoxyCharm or something like that, and it's supposed to be like a really good brush, but I've never liked it. It's to like pack shadow on the lid, I believe, but I just think it's like kind of scratchy and kind of rough, so I haven't really enjoyed it. I don't know, I think after that first impression I just never looked at it again. So I may do some research about it and then decide what to do with it. Okay, and now moving on to this side of the brushes. I'm going to try to go over these a little faster than the other side. So I'm going to do it, I'm just going to pick out like what I know I love for sure first. So this brush from Morphe, I love, it's really good. This one from BH Cosmetics, this is the vegan collection, so they're like the V1, V2, V3, etc. I bought, I think, most of them, and I really like them, especially the blending one. So I'm keeping this one. This, by the way, is the E22 from Morphe, so keeping that as well. All of these from Luxie are amazing, so I'm keeping all of my Luxie brushes. I really, really like them. Keeping all of these. Then I have a few of these like blending brushes from Morphe and also MAC that I know I like all of them. I also have this one from Crown Brush. The MAC 239 is a really, really good brush. I also have the Morphe E18 I really love. This one from Royal Langnico. This is the BMX 430. I love this one as well, so I'm keeping it. Then I have here the Crown C433. I also have in here this one from BH Cosmetics. This is their, it doesn't even have a number anymore, that's how often I use it, but I think this is the 12 brush. This is the most amazing brush ever. I love this to set my eye primer. And then I have the Morphe M432, really, really good brush for lining the lash line, upper or lower. So good. This is the brush that I was talking about earlier that replaced that other one. This is the Morphe E36, amazing to smoke out the lower lash line. These two brushes from SL Miss Glam I have been obsessed with the past few weeks. I recently got this, I think, a month or two ago in a BoxyCharm, and I am obsessed with them. And this is how I like I knew about this brand, but I had never used anything from them. These are so beautiful, first of all, but they're so soft, and they do such a good job. Like, just because a brush is cute and soft doesn't mean it's good, but these are really good. So some of the brushes that I really like are this one as well. These from Real Techniques are so good. These like small looking brushes, they're amazing for like little detailed work. So I am keeping all of these. This one from Real Techniques as well, and these two from Royal and Langnickel. So these 5 brushes are amazing. These 2 are really good for like packing shadow on the lid. This one is really good for blending from Real Techniques. This one from Royal and Langnickel is such a good blending brush as well. And then this is my favorite brush for applying my MAC Paints Really Paint Pot on the lid, so my eye primer. This does such a good job at that. Another one that's kind of similar to this one is this brush from Crown Brush. I cannot see the number. Okay, I think it's C476 from the little bit that I can see, but this one is another good one for applying primer. Okay, so the collection is getting smaller, thank God. So a few other brushes that I really like are this one from Sigma. This one also from Sigma I really like. This one from Royal and Langnickel is really good as well. This brush from e.l.f. is amazing. This is they're like, literally, it's called the eyeshadow brush. They have it in a few colors, like I've seen it just like the regular silver. This is so good, and funny enough, these 2 are actually dupes for each other, even though this one is a little bigger, but they're both really good for packing shadow on the lid or on the brow bone. I love these for that. This one is so beat up at this point, but I just love it that much I can't get rid of it until it's like completely broken. Another dupe for these 2 is this one from Coastal Scents. This is the BRCN02. The 3 of them are just so similar. As you can see, they're just really good, so I'm keeping all 3. This one is also really good for packing shadow on the lid if you want to be a little more free-handed, or also to set your eyeshadow primer like on the whole eyelid. Then I have this one here from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This came in my Modern Renaissance palettes, and I don't use it that often, so this is going to be another one of those that's not that great but not that bad, so that I can still give it to someone who may want to use it. So this is going to the donation pile. This blending brush I used to be obsessed with for a while. It's really, really good. This is the C330 from Crown Brush. So I think I still want to keep it. Even if I don't use it that often, I think it's really good for clients. This brush from Aesthetica is another like newer brush, and then this one as well. The one that I showed you first, and then these 2 are actually a set of 3. This whole set is really good for like brows and liquid or cream liner. So I am keeping these 2, even though I use the other one more, but I'm still keeping these 2 because they're really good brushes. Then from Royal and Langnickel, I have this one here. Such a good brush. It's pretty small. I like it mostly for like the inner corner, or also for the lower lash line. This one is another one that's kind of similar to the Real Techniques that I showed you that I use for eyeshadow primer. So I do want to keep this one as well. This one is from Royal and Langnickel as well. This one is from the same collection as the one I just showed you. It's like for brows or cream or liquid liner. So I do want to keep this one as well. This brush from Tarte is such a good brush. This one too. I don't use them that often, but they're so good. Okay, so we're back. My camera died, so I had to charge it and wait for that to charge. But I think we were here when it died. These are both from Crown brushes. And while I love both of these brushes, like they work really, really well, as you can see, they don't have any like numbers on them. So whenever I use them, especially on videos, I have to like search the entire website to find the numbers for these so that I can link them so that you guys can find them if you ever wanted to. So that makes it a little too much work for me to use them every time. And since I don't use them on videos that often, then I just tend to not reach for them at all. And because of that, I'm just going to give them away. Then we have these from the vegan collection from BH Cosmetics. I'm just going to talk about all of them at the same time. So these are good brushes, like I mentioned. This one I don't like at all. This is supposed to be kind of like similar to the Morphe one that I spoke about earlier. I can't remember the name, but I think it's just too stiff. and because of that I just don't like it, so I'm going to just get rid of this one. Then I have these three here which came together. These are from the brand, what is this, the Vintage Cosmetic Company. So these brushes are okay. I think I used them like one time when I did an unboxing with a BoxyCharm, but I would never use this type of brush, to be honest. I have gotten rid of a lot of brushes like this in the past, so I'm just never gonna use this. These two I would use, I think, but I have so many other ones like it that I just rather give away the three together since they came together. So I'm just going to give these away. Then I have these two brushes here that are very, very similar. This one is from OCC, which is Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. And then this one is, I believe, Crown Brush. Yeah, so these two are both like lip brushes. So I do like both of these a lot, and I'm going to go ahead and keep them. This is another one of those brushes that I bought forever ago, right after the fire, when I just needed like cheap brushes quick. It's a crease brush, and it is from the Target brand. Now, it's been that long since I bought it that I'm pretty sure they don't sell this anymore. This is a really good brush. It's like nice and soft, and it's kind of fluffy, but I have so many other ones that I enjoy more, so I'm going to give this one away. Speaking of fluffy blending brushes, I have this one here from Crown Brush. This is the SS027 DLX Blending Crease Brush. It's a nice brush, so I think I'm just going to hold on to it. I also have these two here from e.l.f. These are okay. I actually think I really enjoy this brush, but I think I'm just going to get rid of them because I just have so many other brushes that look like this. So yeah, I'm just going to give them away. And then lastly, I have these three here. These are these all Crown brushes? I believe these are all Crown brushes. So this brush, same problem as the other two that I talked about. There's no name or number anywhere on it, but this is such a good brush that I'm just going to keep it. It is the perfect brow brush. It is so good. I used to be obsessed with this when I was really into my ABH pomade, brow pomade. So I'm just going to keep this one, and then this one I don't think I want to keep. It's just, I don't know, I just don't use it that often. And then this is a concealer brush. I cannot, okay, it's C425 if I'm not mistaken. This is a really, really good concealer brush, so I am going to keep this one. Okay, so here is the end of my declutter. This is what I'm getting rid of. This is what I'm keeping. The ones that I said I would throw out, I already threw them out. So there are 58 in here and 61 in here, which makes this exactly 50% of my eye makeup brushes collection that I'm getting rid of. I'm so happy with this because these were just like in the bag. I was just kind of ignoring them. Now I'll just have one jar of eye brushes, and then we'll see about the face brushes in the next video. If you enjoyed this declutter, please give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe if you haven't already. What are you waiting for? I appreciate it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely Wednesday. Bye.